Everybody talks about building and scaling your dream business, but nobody talks about the real cost of what it takes to build the kind of business that feels so aligned, that is literally speaking to your soul, that feels energetic, that feels expensive, and in which it is actually so fucking sustainable. And if that sounds like you, this is your fucking season, okay? We're going in and I'm going to help you do exactly that. It is me, your girl, content creator, and business owner. It is me, your host, Malika. So, for today, okay, let's unpack what it really takes to build a business that feels truly fucking aligned with your soul so that you can actually be part of that 1%. Coming from someone who had started her journey of entrepreneurship, I was 17 when I started out. And let me tell you, nobody prepared me for this shit. No one prepared me for this. Nobody talks about the emotional cost of what that's actually like to go down that path. And coming from my own experience, I know that that's not always as easy as it seems, because it's so easy to get into the trap of, oh my God, like my business is working and everything is working, but inside it doesn't feel how you thought it would feel. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like you thought it would feel. And this is exactly what happened for me when I started my first business with makeup, because I was getting so many bookings, I was getting so many opportunities thrown at me, and it was literally to the point where my life was fucking crazy. Like, my life was so fucking crazy. I'm talking about I would wake up at 6 in the morning, then I would do clients from, I don't know, until like 11. Then after I would have a lunch break, I would run to my house. Not run to my house, I would drive to my house, like literally in such a fucking rush. Then I would eat. Then after I would rush back out to do client from like the rest of the day, so like 1 to like 6. Then after I would clean all my brushes, and sometimes I would end at like 9, and it was insane. Like it was like, okay, yes, amazing, but is this really what you want? Like, you know, it was kind of like I was operating from that place of like, yes, like I'm doing it, I'm doing all the things, and like I'm saying yes everything, but like it was like, okay, but like maybe there's a better way to go about it. And obviously when I started out my journey, I was super fucking young. Like, I was literally 17, fresh out of high school. That was essentially where I was operating from, right? I was just like, literally, there's no proof, everyone's fucking disappointed in me, like I just need this to fucking work, like, you know. And I feel like as my business grew and I started to have like that like business that became full-time, I still was operating from that place, and that place didn't bring me alignment, and it did not bring me how I wanted to feel. And that was because I was saying yes to like the clients that like weren't aligned. I was saying yes to like, okay, like this is gonna pay my bills, so I'm just gonna say yes to this, even though I feel like I'm being underpaid, even though I feel like this is not like the best client to work with, right? And this is the beautiful thing about running your own business, right? It's that you get to set the tone for the kind of business that you run and the kind of energetic field that you are creating around you and where you are operating from every single day. And that will definitely impact how much you feel aligned with your business. And the thing that I started to learn over the years, especially when it comes to clients, is that what you allow in, you will get more of. And the most soulmate, amazing, energizing clients that you will ever have are the ones that are the most aligned. And these are the clients that will make your business grow further much more than just saying yes to say yes. And you're like, I don't want to be picky, you know? That is not coming from a place of alignment. And that is kind of like part of the emotional cost of being like, what am I saying no to? Like, am I willing to give some stuff up because I trust that better things are coming? And this would also be applying to me when I would be doing content for brands or for clients. It was kind of like, I feel like I'm getting underpaid, and it became easier and easier to raise my price and raise my rate and be like, actually, this doesn't fucking make sense. Like, this is my value. And I learned that by doing so, people were actually willing to meet me there because of the fact that they saw the value in that. And honestly, just being able to say no to things that are maybe working, but that doesn't make you feel energized, that doesn't make you feel aligned, right? And that's a big thing that sometimes, like, if you are operating from a lack mentality, it would feel a lot harder to detach from that. And this is a truth that really hit me hard recently, is that sometimes when you do choose alignment, we think, oh my God, like choosing alignment is always going to feel good, right? Like if I make the good decision, then it will feel good. And that is really not fucking true. You can choose something from a place of alignment and it can still feel bad. It can still feel like you're losing something. It can still feel like not that great. And this is something that I had to learn the hard way that really hit me in the fucking face, which I won't go about in this episode. Maybe further down the line. But yeah, choosing your alignment over everything doesn't always feel the most rewarding in the moment. And this also, for example, for me applied as well to when I realized that I wanted to switch around the business that I was doing to actually go all in into helping creative entrepreneur with their personal brand and making that personal brand a fucking moment. Because I've always been doing content creation. I've always had clients that I was helping with their content and with their strategy and creating content for them or helping them with their strategy. But my main business was makeup. It was makeup services. And it was such a hard pill to swallow for me to realize that I had outgrew that version of me, but this new version of me hadn't been fully shaped yet either. And so I was kind of like in this awful middle where I felt like I was losing everything I've ever known and everything I've ever built, but then choosing alignment over that without knowing what was next in a way. And yeah, feeling like I had to kind of like start from zero, but it was not like actually from zero, but that's what it feels like. And this is something that I've actually been seeing come up in some conversation I've been having with other people and entrepreneur. And they're like, oh, I have this offer and it doesn't feel aligned anymore, but people know me for X, Y, and Z, or like I kind of want to switch around what I'm doing, but I'm scared it's not going to make sense. And that is the thing, right? It's like choosing alignment at any fucking cost, because in the long run, it will always bring you the kind of business and the kind of impact and success that you are actually craving for your soul, right? Because if you are just what's gonna make the most sense, then like you're just being trapped in another trap hole of like, instead of like being trapped in a 9 to 5, you're just trapped in your own decisions, right? And this is when you want to remind yourself that choosing alignment will not always equal it feels comforting, it feels good, it feels like, yes, I'm so confident in this. It will not always feel that way. So if your offer doesn't align anymore, if something doesn't feel good anymore, if you feel like something needs to change, if you feel like you have outgrown something, or you feel like something is working, but it's not building you towards the vision that you uphold for yourself, then it is time to let that go, because how else will new things be coming in if you're always holding on to this shit that you actually don't really want? And what it actually takes to be part of that 1% who is building that dream business and scaling it, that it feels aligned, it feels like it's like literally flourishing your soul further and further, and you are able to hold more. It's about holding higher standard for yourself, prioritizing alignment over just wanting things to work out, because they can work out in a different way. And that also comes with radical self-trust. And this girl that gets to embody this next level frequency, who feels fucking aligned with her business, who is finally making her personal brand a fucking moment, she lives within you already, okay? She just needs to be activated. And this is why my signature program is combining energy with strategy in order to make your personal brand a fucking moment. Have your content convert effortlessly and attract those fuck yes clients that are fucking obsessed with you. This is the shit that attracts the right fucking clients to you. This is the thing that makes your brand a fucking moment and makes people ask you like, how the fuck can I hire you? How the fuck can I pay you? How can I be part of your world? If you want to be the first one to get notified when the doors open and get access to the exclusive early bird pricing, jump on the wait list. This discount would only be exclusive to the women that are already on the wait list, and you'll get all the details and all the bonus stuff. And honestly, I have to say that the more and more that you get closer to your alignment, to your truth, the more fucking magnetic you become, and the more you start really prioritizing your energy and where it goes, because you start realizing that you can have any kind of business that you set yourself up for. And honestly, I can say that like the real work sometimes is actually internal. Sometimes it's actually about having better boundaries and seeing at the expectations that you are setting yourself up for the kind of business that you are building or scaling, right? Like that is what it's really about. It's like, what are your boundaries when it comes to your price, your time, your energy? What are you embodying? Where are you operating from? Right? All of these things are part of your boundaries. And it's like, if you never look at those and you always think, I have to be in hustle mode, I have to be operating from this because this is the thing that gets things done and that is the way that I have always operated from, right? Then that is not having radical trust in your alignment, in what you truly, truly want that will actually light your soul the fuck up. Your brain already knows what it would feel like if you had more of what you already have now. And it doesn't want that. And that is why you always want to prioritize your energy and your alignment, because it's not just like, oh, it's like a cute thing that like we talk about, like alignment, like we want to always be aligned. But this is the kind of thing that will make it safe for your internal system and nervous system to scale further, to expand easily, right? Because otherwise you're always going to be in your own way. Nobody wants to scale the kind of business that makes you feel not at the top of your game, or it doesn't make you feel how you wish you could feel. Where am I operating from, right? What is the mindset I'm operating from, and can I make it better? If you find that where you are operating from is already great, then amazing. How can you tone down on that? How can you double down on it? How can you make it even more a fucking vibe for every single time that you are showing up online, or every time that you are showing up within your business? How can you make it an even more like fucking vibe, so that this reflects in your personal brand, and this makes your personal brand a fucking moment that is unforgettable to other people, and that attracts you to kind of like soulmate clients, soulmate like lifestyle that you actually crave, right? Because that's what we're all about. Like, this is what we want, and this is possible when you do choose alignment over maybe something that is not going to be emotionally fulfilling in the long run. I hope that you guys love this episode. If you found it helpful, make sure to send it to someone, send it to a friend that you know would absolutely love this, and I will meet you here next week. Thanks so much for tuning in, and don't forget to leave your 5-star rate and review on the podcast. I love to know what you guys think of the episodes, and I will meet you here next week.